Who here has ever seen someone defy all laws and logic, run traffic lights, cut across traffic lines, and completely ignore signage? Right. As someone from the worst driving state in the country, Massachusetts, I can personally attest to the poor quality of human drivers. Have no fear, however, the solution is here. Tesla founder Elon Musk predicts that his electric cars will be entirely self-driving within 3 years, according to Vela M Time Magazine 2016. So within 3 years, he predicts we'll be able to step into a Tesla, hit the button, and sit back and relax. Self-driving cars drive perfectly, don't drive drunk, and drive safely, which saves many lives and many dollars. They're more efficient, they create less traffic, and they boost productivity by allowing us to spend more time on other things while in the car. And while they have some liability questions, once those issues pass, insurance rates will drop dramatically for most Americans. We should all push for widespread adoption of self-driving cars, which will save thousands of lives, millions of hours, and billions of dollars. So first, self-driving cars generally don't crash. They perfectly follow the rules and can react to their environment, and can do so much better than humans can. In fact, almost all automobile accidents are human error, which is an essential attraction of using artificial intelligence in self-driving cars, according to Ferrara D. Self-Driving Cars, Whose Fault Is It? 2016. Additionally, computers make decisions and react much faster than humans can. As you can see, humans take about 2 seconds to react and brake, whereas a computer can do it in about 0.3 seconds. So, at highway speeds, it's much more dangerous if a human is driving because you simply can't react fast enough to save yourself. In fact, this year, a partially self-driving Tesla actually avoided a crash due to the fact that it could brake before anyone else on the road could even have reacted to it, according to Phil McCausland, NBC News, 2017. As a whole, over 30,000 lives could be saved once self-driving cars become commonplace, says N.A. Greenblatt, Self-Driving Cars in the Law, 2016. Now, as a result, they always drive perfectly and don't make stupid mistakes like humans do, which saves a lot of lives and most accidents. The second major benefit is self-driving cars don't drive drunk. Drunk driving is actually one of the most common and expensive automobile accidents, causing over 1/3 of all fatalities in cars, and costing the U.S. over $52 billion every year, according to Over M Risk Management 2016. So think Uber, but your own car, absolutely no worrying. After a night of partying or bar crawling, you simply get into your car, pass out, and wake up back at home without any worrying whatsoever. In fact, in total, accidents from drunk driving and other accidents cost over $800 billion every year, and those accidents are almost entirely due to driver error. There are very few accidents that occur that are unavoidable, according to Thompson P. Risk Management 2015. The third major benefit is that self-driving cars are much better at navigating traffic. They can calculate the traffic flow and see their vehicles much better, and can even communicate with each other thanks to modern technology. In fact, the more self-driving cars there are, the faster the speed up is. Quote, the greater the proportion of autonomous cars, the more significant increase in road capacity, says Ting-Ting Chen, Review on Driverless Traffic from Management Perspective, 2017. If traffic lights were modernized with sensors that can just see how many cars are coming from each direction, the speed up can be even greater, up to 200 times compared to normal lights and normal drivers, says Self-Driving Cars Alone Won't Use Gridlock, New Scientist 2016. This means less time spent in the car, and even less time spent in traffic. And so, the last major benefit of self-driving cars is increased productivity. That reduced time spent in the car is now time to be used for either productivity doing work, or simply more time to relax in the car. In fact, up to 50 minutes a day could be saved, and instead we could work, relax, or just have a nap in the car while we get to our destination. And that time is without any additional savings from traffic flow or speed, and once that speed increase does happen, that time will be even shorter. as well as the shorter 10 to 20-minute trips we take more commonly in the car. We would no longer have to pay attention to driving or have an awkward conversation with our Uber drivers. And in fact, in Phoenix, Waymo, Google's self-driving car division, is actually offering free rides to anybody who's interested. And already they've become pretty unnotable. One resident saying that these days no one really seems to care. Everyone has become so used to seeing them, according to Timothy Lee, What's It Like to Live in Phoenix in 2017. Now, there's also some possible issues with autonomous cars. The main one is that there's possible liability issues for manufacturers. Because of current product liability laws, manufacturers could actually be liable if a self-driving car gets in a crash and could be sued and potentially be legally responsible for anything the accident occurs. As a result, they could actually not be willing to insure vehicles, which could severely reduce the adoption of these cars, according to Mara Shelskin's Computer Law and Security Review 2017. However, once these initial fears pass, insurance rates could actually drop dramatically. Once these cars are more common, insurance rates could plummet by over $1,000, which is a huge amount of savings when multiplied out to the typical length of owning a car, especially because cars now last longer and longer and are more and more replaceable in terms of their parts and batteries and whatnot. And so the savings are dramatic in addition to all of the benefits to society, which is a significant benefit just to buying a self-driving car because it'll pay itself back over the years. And so self-driving cars are significantly revolutionizing transportation. While there are insurance issues could slow their adoption, once those fears pass, savings would be dramatic for many Americans. The time we currently spend in the car would be both decreased and instead could be used for productivity or simply leisure. And less traffic and faster travel time means even less time on the road. And because they drive perfectly and don't make mistakes, we'll save billions of dollars and thousands of lives every year. So you should all hold off on buying a nice car the next few years. Robots might replace it faster than you think.